Um, Hello, welcome back to Controversial Car Channel. I wanted to come back and talk a little bit about uh, comps and what a market value of a car actually is. This is the weekend after the National, so there has been some talk about people not knowing their comps and the market value of their car. And nothing big, but there's been a few videos, people complaining um, about it. So I've been, going back and forth whether I should make a video about the market value of a car because everybody has a different definition, or not a different definition. There's two major definitions when it comes to the market value of a car, sports car. But everybody uses what is erroneously known as eBay comp to determine the market value of a car. Now, eBay has recently launched a price guide tracker on their app. I'm not sure if it's on the website, but I do know it's on the app. And and to me, I mean that's a little too late to try and attach a price guide tracker to um, to the hobby because eBay basically just is price guide from one source, and that is um, the sale, and that's an erroneous way of determining the value of a car. So I'm going to list three ways that cars are valued in this market. I'm also going to define what market value means. And those three ways um, to define a market value of a car is um, one by the player on the card, by the I want to say performance, but by their contribution to the sport is the best way to put it. Um, how they contributed historically to the their respective sport is a big factor in a card's value. Now, rookie cards do play a huge factor in the value of the card, but rookie cards, for the most part, are valuable when a player um, has achieved notoriety or has contributed greatly to their sport. Notoriety means getting into the Hall of Fame, think of that nation. Um, a player can be popular, but their cards won't have value based on their contribution to the sport. For example, uh, Jose Canseco. Jose Canseco is a player on the baseball side who contribution to the sport is basically overshadowed by what he has done off of it. So his card values are not going to equate to the actual market value. Now there may be some Jose Canseco fans out there. They may feel that his card is valuable because of what he did, but like I said, his contribution to the sport would overshadow. So the value took a hit. Another example of such a player is O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson, one of the top, let's say seven. one of the top 10 running backs of all time. But due to his off the field, um, his off the field issues, which is an understatement, but I can't find the word I'm trying to say. His car value is not as value as, say, um, Jim Brown or Walter Payton. Basketball, I would say someone who was who contributed greatly to the sport, but their off the field issues. I would have to say I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. So you can feel free to put in the comment. But anyway, moving forward, the player on the card, their contributions to the sport is number one. Number two is the print run, which people think is a simple add-in to trying to find out the value of a card. A print run is only half the story. The print run is a key tool only if the card is only if the set is a short print set. For example, you may have a card that says 4,500 out of 15,000, or 4,552 out of 15,000. Or you may have a card that says 472 out of 5,000. That tells you the full print run of the card. A 5 of 25, a 11 of 99 did not tell you the full print run of the card. This is what these serial number cards are. You have the base card, which is, the print run, the actual print run of a card. That's the base, okay? Which is why I say when they tell you the print run on the base card and the print run is low, those cards are valuable. That's why I say that. Now, you have the base set. That's the main predicator of a card print run. Then you have parallels of the same card. Okay? Now, the parallels of the same card may say, one row may say, may go all the way up to 100. The next row of the same card, which is a parallel, they already go all the way up to 50. And then you have another row of the same card, which is a parallel, same picture, everything, that goes to maybe 10. Will those be valuable in the future? I doubt it. Because of the way the hobby has grown, I don't see, they will have value. I just don't see them being as valuable as base set with low print run versus a high print run base set that has parallel. You understand what I'm saying? So in inserts on that end will be considered low pop because they're insert, but it also goes into the what I'm looking for, the odds of that particular insert. Now there will be cards that I'm going to speak on the slab coming out of PSA and BGF in a minute. Now there will be cards that will be graded that are insert and Pell and number. I'm going to speak on that in a minute. Now, that's the second predicator of a card's market value. The third predicator of a card's market value is um, it's a manufacturer. Now, the manufacturer of a particular car, for example, I don't think this particular example I'm going to use is permanent. I think it's temporary while the market is still correcting itself. When I say correcting itself, I'm saying the people in the hobby are learning more about the history of the hobby, the history of the product, that it gets to the point where the value of the car will return to its actual value as people pay for it, what is what its true value is 20 years down the line. Okay, now the manufacturer, for example, Michael Jordan, true rookie card is his 84 star card. That's a true rookie card. Michael Jordan, presumed rookie card is his 86 Fleer rookie card. Now, his 80 as of today, his 86 Fleer rookie card is worth more in value because of supply and demand. Well, mainly because of the demand part. We're starting to see the supply catch up to the demand because all of a sudden, 86 was on the verge of the beginning of the junk wax era. But there's so many of the 86 Fleer cars out now, as people are coming back to the hobby, it's starting to explode. So we're seeing more of that than we are of the 84 Star card. Now, 84 Star had what we call inserts, early early hobby inserts. You know, all-star card, cards or um, a player, a game moment, a milestone, things of that nature. But for the most part, the base card, the 84 base card, is his rookie card. Now, the manufacturer of Star doesn't exist anymore. So Fleer Dub is somewhat. Now we see why the 86 Fleer is um is more valuable because Fleer has continued to produce cards. So that has helped the value of the 86 Fleer be sustainable and popular in the hobby. But as the hobby starts to appreciate the history of of cars down the line, we'll see the 84 Fleer game. I mean, as of right now, the 84 Fleer is very hard to get. Very hard to get. It's in four figures already. It's in four figures already. I just feel like it's undervalued right now. So the manufacturer, which is why in my previous video I spoke about Panini and the future of a lot of Panini products. If those products fall off the map, the value of some of the cards that Panini produces is going to fall off the map. That's just the nature of the market. So those three things. Now, how I determine the market value of a card. I want to talk about the slab before I get into determining the market value of the card. Then I'm going to end this video to transition to a new topic. Now, the slabs that are coming out of PSA and BGA and SGC. The market value of a lot of those cards in those slabs, when they first come out, when they first hit stock, eBay, ComC, whatever, it's going to shoot up. Then, after, I'm going to say a month or so, it's going to drop. The prices of slabs are going to drop, mainly because it's going to be, we already know it's going to be flooded. So How do you determine the market value of your slab? This is how I would say. I should have said this before I said the slab would go up in value. The slabs are going to go up in value because the the not the numbers, the grading system of a lot of these slabs are going to people come out. You're going to see more PSA 10. You're going to see more PSA 9. You're going to see more BGF 95. You're going to see a few. Hopefully, I get more. You're going to see a few black label. I mean, that's just the nature of how things work out when there is a mass produce of something and it hits the market. You're going to get diamonds somewhere in that sea of, you're going to find a gold nugget somewhere in that sea of, junk slab era. So the market value of those slabs are going to go up. It's going to go down as everything is settled in. And determining the value of those slabs is going to be based on what PSA and BGF does to their submission value. Are they going to go up in price? If they go up in price dramatically, then the slabs are going to become more valuable. And but when I say dramatically, I mean, okay, PSA before it was $35. Well, I think it's 12. Before it was $15 for the basic. I think maybe $35 for the premium, if I'm not mistaken correctly, when it comes to submission at PSA prior to the shutdown. Now, if they go from 15 to they go from 15 to 45, let's just say 50 to round it up, and they go from 35 to 75 on the premium, then those slabs are going to become more valuable because the people have to take in consideration um, the value of the slabs itself. Now, like I said, it depends on what the grading company does with their pricing system. But eventually, cars, the slab will hit market value as they go down and settle in. Now, how I determine market value? This is how I determine market value. I don't use eBay comps. I respect eBay comp. eBay comps tell me how to sell. eBay comps does not determine how I buy. Um, I use a Beckett to determine how I buy. Now, I know there are a lot of new people in the hobby that will laugh at what I just said. You might as well turn the video off. Now, if feel that you can laugh at someone or a investor using a Beckett price guide. Beckett price guide's been around for over 20 years. And you're telling me eBay is just now coming up with their own price guide. Beta. That's what I'm saying. eBay beta. That's the name of their price guide. I'd rather go with the alpha. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I use the Beckett. Now, let y'all in on a little secret. I if I want to buy a card, I look at the market value of the card at the Beckett. Now, if the market value of the card in the Beckett is $20, and someone is selling that same card for $200, I'm not getting that card. That makes no financial sense. Now, that card may be selling on eBay for $200, around that number. Now, someone who doesn't respect the hobby, someone who doesn't believe in karma, someone who is greedy may try to take that $200 card to flip it to 300 if they can. Hopefully, it makes no sense to use a $20 card to make money off. You know, but there are people that do that. Now, if I look into Beckett and look up a card and try to find the history of that card, whether it's Beckett Online or the Beckett magazine, Beckett has everything. That's where, okay, this is why I trust Beckett's card market value of a card. Beckett is the only company that has print runs of each particular manufacturer. They don't have all the print runs. I don't believe they do, but they have most of them. They have detailed information on print runs of most of their cards that are in the catalog. So Beckett, like I said, has been around since the hobby started. So they do have some type of communication with the manufacturer when it comes to the product that they're releasing to the market. So that's one of the reasons why I trust their source when it comes to determining the market value of my card. Now, as I was saying, now, if I find a card that is, for example, no, I'm not going to tell you the card. I will tell you the price of the card. For example, there's this card that I'm not collecting, but I'm strategically buying because it's people are starting to get smarter every day. But this card is worth $800, either $600 or $800 market value. And yes, it's a rookie card, but um, it's a base card. It's not a parallel. It's not numbered. It's not you know limited. It's a base rookie card. It is 800 six to $800, and people are selling that card on eBay for you know anywhere around $50 to 100, and I've seen a bid go $200 Mac Mac. I've seen a bid go 200 and $15 Mac. And this is a $600 to $800 card. Now, will the hobby catch up to it? Yes, eventually it will because it's already priced. It's already, you know, it has a market value based on those three parameters that I just said. The player is a Hall of Famer. The player is an MVP. Has a World Series, two World Series, in fact. The player has his autograph on it. The player, I'm not sure how many Cy Young awards he has, but he is first ballot Hall of Fame. Okay, so his and as you already can glean from how I said the player has two World Series, you know that it's a baseball player. But this is the most important part. The card is a top chrome. It's a top. The top has the license to baseball. So it's his only rookie card outside of top. So I mean, you when you determine the market value of a card, you really got to understand what you're looking at. People coming in, and I saw a YouTube video of a flipper, well-known flipper. He went to the National, and he bought some Panini rookie card, and he thought those cards were worth the price of a card, 25K, $15,000, $25,000, 40,000. Stop. Okay, And then he was to the National. Then he ran into dealers. He ran into dealers who was telling him, look, that's not the value of a car. I don't care how much you paid for it. I don't care what the eBay comp said. These dealers have been in the market for over a decade. So they know the value of the car. So they told him, go back, give me a ballpark. Come back, tell me your ballpark. We're gonna see if we do business with you. Now, mind you, he's been flipping cars all year in the Ford and in the in the 4 digit, 5 digit range all year. So when he gets to the National, a car that he thinks is in the 5 digit range is actually in the 3 digit range. He was surprised. He did not get the ballpark. He did not get the deal. You know, the key to this hobby and not getting rich, the key to the hobby is uh, respecting it, respecting the hobby, and and respecting your hustle. Your hustle is research, you know. So I want to talk on that eBay comp and market value. Now I want to move on to fantasy football. Fantasy football season is coming up, and as a collector, I do collect fantasy football. I mean, I do collect football cards, um, and I play fantasy football. It's one of those. It's one of my favorite. It's my only favorite. It's one of my favorite fantasy um, sports to participate in. I also play fantasy basketball. But fantasy football is like it's unpredictable, it's competitive, it's like playing chess. It's not like playing checkers, it's not like playing Monopoly, it's like playing chess. It's so unpredictable. You have to strategize based on so many variables on the grid, on the field. You know, it's just, unmatched. I've never played fantasy soccer. The way soccer scores, I don't think I ever will. But the amount of players on the field gives fantasy football an edge. Now, uh, I'm going to do a breakdown of some fantasy players that you should pick up that I think will do well during the season. These names that I'm saying, you can also, you know, check out their card, you know, try and, you know, get in on um, getting the card at the low and selling it for high if the player does do well during the season. Um, Now I'm going to start with the AFC South. I wrote something down while I'm looking sideways. I'm going to start with the AFC South, mainly because that's the division I'm most familiar with. But with my other with the upcoming video, I will eventually get to the rest of the division before the season starts, hopefully. But we're going to start with the AFC South. Okay, the AFC South, the Houston Texans is the first team we're going to talk about. Now, fantasy wise, the Texans have uh, I wouldn't touch anybody on the Houston Texans. Uh, yes, they do have Tyrod Taylor as quarterback, but Tyrod Taylor hasn't played in 2 years, maybe three. Tyrod Taylor has never played in the AFC South. Um, I know he played during his Buffalo's time, but I don't think Buffalo during Tyrod Taylor's 2 years, played against the AFC. I know they played against the AFC North. I know that for a fact. They have Davis Johnson, the lead running back. Like, if you're in the deep league, you know, they do have Nico Collins, probably their best receiver on the team, but I don't draft rookies. I don't trust rookies. I don't care if you're a first round pick. I'm not touching you. Fantasy wise. It's too no. All right, then next we have the Tennessee Titans, who I think are Super Bowl favorites. I do see Tennessee, if they could get past Baltimore. If they could get past Baltimore, if Lamar Jackson stays healthy, we're gonna stay in the NFC South. I do see Tennessee making a run to the Super Bowl after they acquire Julio Jones. But still, the engine to that team is Derrick Henry. Now, this is the thing about Derrick Henry that pretty much everybody knows by now. You're not going to get your points from Derrick Henry unless he's playing any team in the AFC South or unless it's the month of December. Derrick Henry is a closer. He's not your the running back you ride. He's not your number one running back. Put it like that. The only time he's your number one running back is if your receivers are weak. He shouldn't be your number one running back. If your whole team is that weak, then you have a problem. Okay, next, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. As you already know, Trevor Lawrence, he could blow up. He could. He could be. White. He could be Josh Allen 2.0. But I don't. He's a rookie. Like I said, I don't draft rookie. Now, Travis anytime, I think could be the engine to that whole offense because it's easier as a running back to pick up the offense, or it's easier as a running back to read the defense and read your line than it is as a quarterback to read the secondary. So I think they're going to have to lean a lot on Travis each time. Um, I do believe in their best wide receiver is Shonat. Um, I do think Shonat is probably going to have an all-pro season, despite having Trevor Lawrence. When you have a running game that you have to account for, the receiver should focus on the secondary rather than the safety. The safety's trying to focus on him because the safeties have to account for the running game and the tight end. And it opened up things for Shonat. I think he's going to have a good season. The Colts, I had the Colts. I have the Colts in the same boat as the Texans until Carson Wentz comes back. It's going to be hard to trust T.Y. Hilton. It's going to be hard to trust their running back. I forgot the name of the running back. Jonathan Taylor. Going to be hard to trust him when, your starting quarterback is a rookie. Second rounder, defense really don't care about him. Send four men to go after him. Drop back, 7, 8. They get 12 on line 8, drop back 7. I just don't see anybody on the court producing. The defense is going to have to carry them for the first month of the season. And the Colts do have a good defense. They have probably a top 5, top 7 defense in the NFL. That's how good their defense is. Don't sleep on it. But, if you got somebody you want to stash Carson Wentz on your bench, I wouldn't be mad at you. I'll pick Carson Wentz before I pick the rookie from Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence. So, those are my picks for the AFC South. For right now, hopefully you draft accordingly. Now, I don't have any mail day. I don't have any mail day contact. I did get some mail last week, but I felt like I want to keep that personal. There will be some mail day video. If you enjoy it, let me know. I will try and save some packages that I pick up and let you know why I pick those packages up. But I want to talk about a particular card. The hobby really needs to fix itself. The hobby, for some reason, has an affinity, a love affair with Michael Jordan's Skybox card. His 91 Skybox card. I don't know why. I understand that it looked good. The anesthetics of the card, it's looked like, it looked okay. It's not great. Skybox to me was a very dull product because it didn't have any insert. May have had one, that's about it. But to say that Jordan's 91 Skybox is valuable, in some cases, come on par with his 88 Flair or 89 Flair card is the same. It doesn't make any sense. That's like saying I'm going to get a 2012, 2013 Prism Silver of LeBron James because it's Prism's first release of LeBron. I'd rather get LeBron rookie card from Upper Deck. The Upper Deck has so many of his rookie cards. It's the same. It's the same. But I'd rather get one of those than get 2012, 2013 Prism. It makes no sense. But I do want to introduce, I think, a Jordan Skybox card that should be more appreciated, more valuable in the market than his 91 Skybox card. And hopefully you can see it. It says 93, 94 Skybox card. If you can look at the card, it's such a beautiful card that give me a second. I'm going to open my privacy up. I value my privacy, but anyway, this card right here is an epic card. Epic. It's epic. Why? Because he's doing a fadeaway, his trademark move with his jersey number clearly seen. And not only that, you can see, the logo placement under his leg, him faded away. This is like an epic shot of Jordan. I know some people think Jordan going for a dunk is more of an epic shot. It is. I think there are some Jordan-based cards that should get a bumper value based on the antithesis of the card. But not only is the front of the card epic, the back of the card is is epic as well. Um, the card is clean. It's a clean card. It's a top loader 30. But I'm not selling it. The number of the card is epic as well. We all know what 45 meant, and it's a clear picture of Michael himself. Clear picture. You know, and I think this card is very, very um, undervalued and underappreciated. This is clearly a better card than the 91 Skybox card. Clearly, but everybody has their tastes. I'm just, stated fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. Um, Fadeaway. Before Kobe was doing the fadeaway, you know, who was doing the fadeaway before Michael? Uh, I lost one. Hakeem, maybe Hakeem. Um, I mean, I can't think of somebody invented the fadeaway. I know who invented the skyhook. Somebody invented the fadeaway. Somebody help me out here. Help me out here. Let me know in the comments. But Jordan fadeaway has influenced so many players today. Dwayne Wade's fadeaway, Dirk Nowitzki's fadeaway, uh, Kobe's fadeaway. I mean, it's just fluid. Patrick Ewing. I don't know if Jordan got it from Ewing, but Ewing had one of the best fadeaways of big men ever. No comparison. Ewing fadeaway with money, money behind the backboard, money. So just epic, just epic. But anyway, I appreciate you taking your time being here. I hope I have helped you understand the market better. But until then, I'll see you next time. May God be with you. Peace. Mm.